Breaking news tonight. Police desperately searching for a beautiful little 3-year-old Florida girl, Caylee, after her grandparents report her missing. Little Caylee now not seen for 8 long weeks. Last seen with her mother. So why didn't Mommy call police? Headlines tonight. As we go to air, what role does a local nightclub now play in the search for 3-year-old little Caylee? Cops there with questions. Mom Casey hits the law books while refusing to see her parents, turning down their jailhouse visits. High-tech air samples taken from Mom Casey's car trunk and sent to a highly specialized forensic lab known as the Body Farm. This while grandmother Cindy Anthony takes on the phone company, claiming the phone records are wrong. A sworn search warrant reveals stunning information against Mom Casey. She tells police lie after lie, including her story. The babysitter called Mom Casey from a private number and put little Caylee on the phone. Phone records prove no such call ever took place. Psychics now in on the search for Caylee, and a milestone. After Mom Casey says Caylee will be home for her 3rd birthday, that day comes and goes this past Saturday. Tonight, where is little Caylee Anthony?
There's nothing to find out. There's absolutely nothing to find out, not even what I told the detective.
Well, you know, everything she's telling them is a lie.
If I knew where Caylee was, do you think any of this would be happening? No.
More developments emerge in the case of missing Florida toddler Caylee Anthony, who turned 3 years old on Saturday. For the 2nd time since the search warrant was released, Casey Anthony refused to see family members, choosing instead to remain in her cell. Anthony's parents, Cindy and George Anthony, had a scheduled visit but were sent home after being told that their daughter did not want to see them.
Despite their obvious hurt and confusion, George and Cindy are not dwelling on Casey's brush-off. Instead, they are turning their attention back to what has been their focus all along, finding Caylee.
They just want Caylee back. That's all they're worried about right now, is getting Caylee back. And you know what? That's all I care about right now.
Casey Anthony's attorney is still trying to get the 22-year-old tot mom out on bond, while everyone is anxiously awaiting the test results on the evidence found in Anthony's car.
George wouldn't answer any questions about his daughter, who's still in jail and still not cooperating according to authorities.
I'm not going to answer that. See again, you're stretching it for me.
Also breaking today, the owner of the nightclub where Anthony was known to visit frequently says police came by recently, asking questions about some of the other partygoers in the photos with Casey Anthony.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. I want to thank you for being with us tonight. Police desperately searching for a beautiful 3-year-old Florida girl, Caylee.
It has been 1 week since George and Cindy Anthony last spoke to their daughter Casey. But while they were looking forward to their jailhouse visit tonight, it appears Casey was not.
I'd like to see her, but, you know, what am I going to say? If she wants to, you know, not see us, that's her prerogative. She's probably got her reasons.
But you always want to see your child. I mean, it's, you know, then again, she had her reasons, so.
Even the Anthonys could not explain why their daughter is slowly turning a cold shoulder on her family. First rejecting her brother, Lee, when he came for a visit Friday, then turning away her parents today, sending a message that needs no words, just an explanation.
Maybe it's based on me canceling my appointment with her the other day. So again, you know.
Kind of tit for tat?
Possibly.
Casey.
Mom.
What?
No.
I don't know what your involvement is, sweetheart. You're not telling me where she's at.
Because I don't know where she's at. Are you kidding me?
Casey, don't waste your call.
No.
Scream and holler at me.
While the public anxiously awaits the results of DNA testing on tot mom Casey Anthony's car, more revealing information comes to light in the case of missing 3-year-old Caylee. The owner of Fusion nightclub, where many of the Casey Anthony photos were taken, says police showed up asking questions about some of the people who were in photos with Anthony. Meanwhile, police again met with Caylee's grandparents today and continue to investigate what happened to Caylee, who just turned 3 years old Saturday.
Did you speak with Caylee over the phone at any time?
I did one time, yes. And that was actually the day that Mom had called the police.
Okay. Do you remember what time you spoke to her?
Around noon. It was through a private call.
That private phone call that was made in the middle of July, July 15th, there's no private phone call that came in.
Today, Caylee's grandmother disputed something in the investigator's search warrant affidavit about Casey's phone records.
That's a misstatement.
She's talking about where the affidavit says Casey's cell phone records show no numbers belonging to a Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez, and that there is no incoming call around noon on July 15th when Casey says she got a call from a private number and talked to Caylee briefly. Today, Cindy Anthony told us she believes Casey talked to Caylee that day.
Yes, I do. I believe my mother, too, also heard from Caylee during that time.
And, of course, a milestone. This Saturday, little Caylee's 3rd birthday. All along, Mom Casey swearing Caylee would be home. Take a listen. You seem hopeful that Caylee will be home by her birthday on Saturday. Why?
Well, I hope that's the case. I mean, every day I feel like we're getting closer to locating where she's at. It's Casey's maintained all along she doesn't know where Caylee's at. Casey's maintained all along that she doesn't trust the authorities. And, you know, as much as I want to say, I can't blame her for certain things that, you know, I've seen and heard over the last 3 weeks.
She may come home this afternoon. She may come home tomorrow. I hope she's home by Saturday. If she's not, you know what? I'm not giving up just because her birthday is Saturday.
Dad, she's safe. I'm worried about the family. She knows who has her daughter. She knows her daughter's safe. You know, I got to believe her that she knows where everything is okay. Yeah. And I mean, do I think she might have got involved in something? Possibility. I don't know.
George Anthony asked his daughter point blank in jail Sunday, where is Caylee?
Dad, she's safe. I'm worried about the family. She knows who has her daughter. She knows her daughter's safe. You know, I got to believe her that she knows where everything is okay. Yeah. And I mean, do I think she might have got involved in something? Possibility. I don't know.
Now, from the jailhouse, Mom Casey saying her daughter is now in danger. Straight out to Mark Williams with WNDB News Talk. Mark, what's the latest?
Well, the latest is the breaking news you just talked about just a couple of moments ago. Orange County Sheriff's investigators going to the Fusion nightclub recently and talking to some of the party patrons that were there on the 15th of July, where 5 days after, or the 15th of June, when 5 days after Caylee went missing, and those naughty pictures were taken. She was bumping and grinding with all the party regulars there that night. Investigators are leaving no stone unturned, Nancy, when they're trying to find little Caylee. Of course, this was all confirmed by the club owner. the investigators talked to everybody that was there that they could find. That's the big thing. And the second thing, of course, is the visitation. It was a 9:00 p.m. visitation last night at the Orange County Jail. Cynthia and George Anthony went to the jail, but what happened is Casey refused to see her parents. This is not the first time she has done this. Late last week, Lee Anthony was refused to see. Casey did not want to see her, and Lee Anthony has another visit tomorrow. The parents have a visit scheduled already for Thursday. And of course, those pesky phone records. As you know, the search warrant said that Casey never received a phone call from a private source or from Zenaida Gonzalez whatsoever on July 15th at 12 noon. The phone records don't lie. And as you know, the mother...
Hold on, let's step back to the jailhouse visits.
Yeah.
Last Tuesday, grandmother Cindy Anthony actually cancels her visit. Mm-hmm. And coincidentally, that is the day the formal charges came down. Then, 8/8, Casey Anthony refuses to leave her cell to talk to her brother, Lee Anthony, after he comes all the way there. Now, 8/10, Casey Anthony cancels visit from her parents. They get all the way to the jail, and she refuses to come out and see them, says she's holed up reading law books behind bars. Now, I find that very, very interesting. Out to Brian Reich, Deputy Chief